Okay, all right. We are now moving on to scenario number 4. Okay, and so with scenario number 4, you have a spreadsheet that has multiple tabs. Okay, so we're gonna assume. Okay, we're just gonna assume that you want to bring in all of the tabs in the workbook. Okay, all right. So let's go ahead and do that. Again, just like before, we're gonna import it with the Microsoft Excel option, and then we'll use the worksheet design option thereafter, right? So here we are. I'm going to drag and drop the spreadsheet in, okay? And we're going to click no because that's going to give us the Microsoft Excel option. And I'm going to highlight all of the tabs, all of the sheets in the workbook, right? Because the workbook has multiple sheets, January through May. And I'm going to click on load. Actually, when you look at the spreadsheet, it's only going to have January through April. So if you don't have a May, just ignore it. So I'm just going to import January through April. I was doing some testing on the spreadsheet. So just click on everything you have. It should be January through April. We're going to load selected. Okay. So we've got the four um, uh, sheets here. Okay. Now, what we're gonna do in this scenario is we're going to append them all. We're going to stack them all up, right? The scenario here is, hey, I've got January, February, March. I'd like to stack them all up and get a view of my year-to-date activity across all these months. Now we could combine them. Okay. Now if I were to do January, um, well, I might have been going a little too fast. So let me slow down on this. So how do we do that? There's a couple of ways we could do it. One is you come here to combine. So you come to the combine window, you click on append, all right? And then let's say I start with January. So I double click on January, all right? Then I double click on February, and then you'll see that there's a click to append. But I'm not going to click on it just yet, right? I want to keep adding more tables. I'm going to add March, okay? And then I'm going to add April. Okay, now I'm going to click to append. And when you do that, you're going to see what happens. So we'll click append. Now, what Monarch has done, okay, and it happened very quickly. Monarch did, and we're going to do a deep dive in the append in the future. Essentially, what Monarch did is it looked at these four sheets in the spreadsheets and said, hey, do they all have the same name? Are all the columns named the same? Do they all have the same data type? Are they all, is each column, is media a letter, or is quantity numbers, so on and so forth. And are they all in the same order? Okay. If that's the case, if they're all consistent across all of that, I can go ahead and vertically stack them all up. Now, if something was not, we would have gotten a notification, or it would have done its best guess for the ones that match to auto match them. Okay. All right, so we're going to go back here to the Prepare tab. Okay, so here we are. The other way we could have done this, I'd like to show you the other way. All right, so let's rename this table, and we'll call it append um, append by um, combine window. Okay, I'd like to show you the other way. So I want you to humor me. Okay, we're going to import the same spreadsheets. All right, so we're going to go to add. Oh, well, no, we'll just drag and drop it in. So we're gonna drag and drop it in the spreadsheet again. We're gonna click no. We're gonna highlight everything. So you should only have January through April. So we're just gonna do that. I'm gonna load them in. Okay. Now what I normally do is I use Shift and I highlight all of them, and then I right click on them. Now you see when I right click, you'll see that there's the option to append them. So I can, if I do this append down here, these are auto append options where it'll automatically attempt to match them. Hey, do they all have the same name? Do they all have the same name and type? This is the most strict one, where are they in the same order, the same name, the same type? Okay. Now this one, the difference here with this one is what this one does is it will scan them and match the ones that do match. Okay, and then it'll give you the pop-up. So um, let- let's not spend too much time on this. Go ahead and click on the pen tables, and then whoops, you want to select the last one, order, name, and type. Okay, okay, and then we'll just do we can call it append. Well, you know what? We're just going to call this micro Microsoft Excel um, multiple tabs. Okay, so that's how it works. All right. Now we're going to import the same spreadsheet using the worksheet designer. We're going to see the difference here. So we can drag and drop in the same spreadsheet. Drag and drop in the same spreadsheet here, and we'll click um, yes this time. Okay, and we have to capture, we have to trap the data. So we click on line 2, you click on add columns, you click on line 1, you define the headers, okay, then you hit accept. Now watch this. We could sit here and manually check the tabs. Okay, let's do that first. Okay, so just go ahead and check all 4 tabs, and go ahead and click OK. And you notice this time when we use the worksheet design, it actually appended all of those sheets already automatically. Now, you might be wondering, well, you know what? I would like to know what sheet this information is coming from. I'm going to show you how you can do that in both of these options. So let's start here with the worksheet design. So with worksheet design, you'll notice that there's down here, there's an option called metadata columns. So go ahead and click on that. Okay, and you'll see one of the options is include the source table name, which is the sheet name. All right, so if I check the box, I click OK, and if I scroll all the way to the end, you'll see that Monarch is adding the sheet name here as a column. So I can tell, hey, these records are coming from the January sheet. If I keep scrolling down, these ones are now coming from February, so on and so forth. Now with this one, you got two options. One is a little faster. One is not as fast. So with the Microsoft Excel option, you do have the same option for each table, right? So for each table, you could click on metadata columns, check the box, click on sheet name. It's just you just have to do it for each one, which is not as fast. Okay, a little faster, a little better is when you are at this table, if you were to the append table, right? If you were to click on the drop down and you go to edit append, okay, so you click on edit append, you will see if you were to scroll down in this view, this is just showing you how it appended all of them. You'll notice that there's a checkbox at the bottom left, and that checkbox says include source name output column. Okay, so if I check that box and I click OK, what Monarch is doing is it's reading the table name. So the name of the table is this. And in this scenario, since we haven't changed the names, right, that's actually the name of the sheet in the Excel file. It adds that as a table name automatically. So that's a lot faster than having to go to each one and say, include the sheet name. With worksheet design, I mean, you just have to do it once. Okay. All right. So that's pretty much it for scenario number 4, where you import a spreadsheet that has multiple tabs. One of the things I'll point out here is if you were to click on the drop down for the worksheet design, if you go back to apply to, okay, now what we did here is we manually added check the box for each sheet name. But I just want to point out that you also have the dynamic option to say, you know what, we want all the worksheets. So if I were to click on that and I click OK, you'll notice that now it is automatically updated and is now capturing that May spreadsheet for you, okay, which was the last tab. If we wanted to add May using the Microsoft Excel option, it's a little manual. one thing you could do is you could right click and duplicate one of these tables, okay? And then let's name it, change the name here to call it May. And then what you do, you have to click on the drop down here and you go to edit um, the load options actually. So you edit the load options. And once that pops up, you change the sheet name by clicking on the drop down to just call it to just the May one. And then what you do is you would then click on this table and you would edit the child tables, you edit the children, and then you double click and add May like that to the append. Okay, so that's how you would add a new month using this option. Okay, so again, it's dynamic. Oh, I forgot to rename this here. So I'm going to rename this, copy this one here, paste it here, and I'm going to rename this and call it worksheet design. Okay, there we go. All right. So again, just to recap, the Microsoft Excel option, you can import all the tabs. You just have to, import each individual tab, and then you can union them together. Um, uh, Union is what we call appends. You could append them. If you use the worksheet design, it's more dynamic. It's more, um, I guess it's more efficient because it will automatically read all those tabs and automatically combine them for you. Okay. Now, if you wanted specific tabs, you can also pick them individually. But just kind of showing you, hey, I can grab them all. But yes, you could pick them individually as well. Okay. All right. So that's it for scenario number 4. We're going to move on now to scenario number 5.